Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members and guests. My name is John, I'm 19 years old and I'm delighted to be here. It really is a pleasure to see you all and to come down as a member now and to have my first speech here. I'm sure many of you are wondering how I actually got here, and it all started when I was back in school, which was the bane of my existence. I hated it. It was the worst time ever, but during that time I got to adopt a lot of beliefs, okay? A lot of kind of beliefs that I can use in the world, okay? And they were that if someone can achieve something, anything at all, once we follow the same steps, we commit to the time, and we make the correct sacrifices, we can achieve anything. We can get the same results. From there, I adopted this through my love, which was kickboxing. I started when I was 13 years of age, and I knew that if I was to make something of this, I'd have to put in a lot of time, dedication and heart. I would have to. Okay, it's do or die. So I took this as serious as I could, and I was there a lot. I put a lot of time and commitment into it, dedication, the whole lot. And after a few short years of intensive work and commitment, I was offered a full-time job as I left school. It was a full-time position of head manager and head instructor underneath a highly successful business in Smithfield in town. So from there, this is where I started to believe, you know, wow, I'm getting something here, I'm getting somewhere. This is working for me. These beliefs that I have held on to are working. So from there, about 2 years of running this business very successfully, I kind of thought to myself, what else is there? What else can I do? So I decided to go to college. I went to college to study business management and marketing. And it went very well, but there was something about it that kind of reminded me of school. Okay? So that didn't really go down very well. It kind of made it a bit harder for me. I didn't really enjoy it. But I was sticking at it and I was doing well. And what something occurred to me, that there still has to be more out there. There has to be. Okay? So what I did was, I was having a chat with a good friend of mine, long time, lifelong friend. And he introduced me to this. I'm sure some of you are familiar with it, hopefully. Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. Brilliant man, great speaker. And this was someone who I could really look up to, who I could really admire for what he's done with his life from the age when he was 17. Okay? And this was really somewhere that I got onto something. I was like, wow, how come I didn't hear about this before? How come nobody told me about this when I was in school? Why not? So from there, I started to diversify. I started to look at a few other areas in my life. What else can I improve here? What else is good? And I came across this one, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Pretty good idea for a 19-year-old to go, Think and Grow Rich, let's read it. So then this led me on to another book by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Brilliant book, okay, very good. And one of the people who put it together was Sharon Lecter. I found out that she had a seminar coming up. So I says, okay, let's go. Let's see what this is all about. And to my surprise, I arrived and then I found out just on the day that there was an amazing speaker at this as well. And I'm sure many of you have heard of him. It was Andy Harrington. I was blown away. This guy was brilliant. I couldn't believe it. And I remember sitting there looking up and saying, you know, I can do that. If I put my mind to it, and I use the same formula that I used for my full-time career, I know I can get this. If I just look at it in a certain way that, you know, what do I need to do? What is the formula? What has he done? And just model this, I'm sure I can produce similar results. And that is the answer to why I'm here. This is how I found out about it. This is how I pursued it. And I've really got a lot of experience in the last 2-3 years in personal development and finding out what is important to me as a person and what I can contribute to everybody else. So I'm really looking forward to do many more speeches up here and to see you all again and to enjoy working with you all. Thank you very much.